joining me. It's been great to work with you on this exciting and what I would call inaugural search for a Dean of Technology at Lick-Wilmerding, which I have to let everyone know is my alma mater. So I have just a place for it in my heart, and I can attest to anybody who's watching. It's a wonderful community and just a great school. It's a great school that has found and has a great leader. And let's just start right there. Tell folks who are watching a little bit about yourself, your background, and what brought you to Lick-Wilmerding.
Yeah, thanks, Gabe. And happy to have this opportunity to share a little bit more about myself and the position and the school. Well, I grew up in Massachusetts, and growing up there was fantastic for me. We did go back and forth to India, and so that sort of bicultural part is really still very important to me. Um, I have taught in many different independent schools. For most of my career, I've been at Phillips Academy in Andover, a boarding school just a little bit north of Boston. But I've also taught in Kenya and in Switzerland and in India. And um, you know, those have been really impactful for me too as I think about global citizenship and also just how big but also how small the world is. And um, I guess I would say that what brought me to Lick Wilmerding is really its mission as a private school with a public purpose. And that means a lot of things, but that has been core to my career to really think about how independent schools can open up their doors, schools that have such incredible resources, and who's going to be able to access them, and what kind of graduates are going to sort of leave from our schools and contribute back into communities. And so that feeling of citizenship has been really important for me. And Lick-Wilmerding is the school that I think has it all.
And it will soon have its inaugural Dean of Technology. You talked about community. I think it's very important because great technology leaders, of course, know the tech and the stuff or the hardware and the systems, but they see all that through the lens of the community, what the program is like, and how the school just functions. So for someone who has never been to the school and has read about it but would love to learn more, give them a sense of that, those elements of the community, the culture, the
Sure.
academic program at a high level, and just how learning occurs and just the evolution of great pedagogy at Lick.
Yeah, thanks. If you come to Lick Wilmerding, I think you're going to immediately sense the incredible level of diversity that we have here. It's quite unique for any independent school in America. Over 70% of the students are students of color, and over 50% of the faculty as well. We draw from our students from over 140 middle schools across the Bay Area, reaching into the East Bay, the peninsula, and all over San Francisco. And so, you know, we also have an incredible level of flex tuition at our school. Again, one of the highest in the country, I would boldly state. And so when you have students from so many different backgrounds coming together, um, in this role, sort of using the same sort of platforms for learning, and uh, kids having different experiences and coming in, I think that as kids move through the academic program, one of the things that I hear them talk about is how meaningful and relevant the program is, and how our faculty really take content knowledge and connect it to real life. And you'll see that many of our classes are PPP classes, public purpose program classes, where students go out into the community and really sort of engage in research, in data gathering, in contributions. But it's, we really use San Francisco as a lab, and kids sort of, go out. I would say that, teachers use technology in a variety of ways and really sort of think about how technology can support the incredible work that they do. So right now we are thinking a lot about feedback to students. We're talking about grading. We're talking about possibilities of interdisciplinary work. And, sometimes the technology that we do have, we use Blackbaud, can be a little bit frustrating or limiting. And so to have someone as a dean of technology partner with our dean of teaching and learning and also our department chairs to really think about how we currently use technology and how we could be using technology in even greater ways would be fantastic. We had a fantastic AI um, sort of professional development day and really thinking about the possibilities and the pitfalls of that sort of technology. And so we're at the cusp of doing some really interesting things around policy and around program. And Lick-Wilmerding is a really highly relational community. And so anybody in this position is going to really need to be able to work with people, be a great listener, understand the program, and sort of think about how technology can enhance, that work.
Oh, that's really well said. And we called out in the document this new role to have three essential pillars, if you will. One thing we haven't talked about is the IT side, but I think it's pretty clear that you've got a small team that is doing well and doing good work, and there's been some modernization of systems, which is exciting. This person will have a chance to keep that ball moving. You just talked right now about the ed tech side and the opportunities to work with the faculty and serve in a great partner role and a hands-on role for sure as people are thinking about what to try and explore. What we haven't talked about yet, and I wanted to get your perspective on, is that area in the middle, the data systems. And I know for you this is an important area, and it's one that you see opportunity and interest and excitement sort of growing and emerging at Lick. Gives folks a sense of what's on your plate and what you're hoping this person can really be ready to join in the both planning and implementation conversations.
Yeah, thanks, Gabe. Yes, uh, data is really important to me. It's always been important to me as a teacher and also as an administrator. And, using data in really um, intentional ways to gather information so that we can make the best decisions. Now, we are, like I said, a really intentionally diverse community. And so getting a check of where people are on different issues is really important. Right now, oftentimes we will rely on anecdotes, which are very important, but sometimes may not provide us with a complete picture of where people are. And so, I could see some really excellent work on surveys. I could, for example, a type of survey that I would love to see is actually an alumni survey for graduates 2 years out from Lick to really sort of see like how did the program at Lick, how did our, the things that we had hoped for prepare you for 2 years after, wherever you are. And then sort of with that cohort every 5 years, sort of, we say we're a private school with a public purpose. We want informed and engaged citizens. And was our program, influential in sort of having folks, lead lives? And so, but there are lots of ways that we have a great statistics class, that does work already. And we have a lot of teachers and also folks on my senior team who are just itching to sort of, do more institutional research. I think there's opportunity for all of us to increase our level of sophistication around research. But we're really looking for a leader that can partner with us, so that there's great scope for work.
Final question, and just on that note of scope, I think this is an important role that has both a breadth of responsibility. We talked about these three areas, but also on sort of the vertical, somebody who can work with you and the senior admin team in those executive conversations, and also somebody who can be really excited about hands-on conversations and work to enable faculty and staff and others to just explore and try and leverage technology systems, et cetera. As you think about just the how a person in that role will be most successful, just what are some either mindsets or approach to working with different people that you've either seen be very successful at Lick-Wilmerding, or that you just know for this kind of role, uh, somebody who brings this kind of ethos or mentality is going to just be really building up partnerships on day one.
Sure. Yeah, thanks. I think we have lots of different stakeholders that the Dean of Technology would be working with. And let me start from the board. We have a school dashboard, and that's really important for us over time to sort of, measure progress on different fronts. And so working with the entire board, and the board chair and I would be really important, at that level. With our senior team, oh boy. From DEI to student life to the Center for Civic Engagement, um, there's lots of information that's flowing, and a lot that really matters, in the terms of the decision making that we have in allocating resources and time and energy. And so partnering with other folks on the senior team is going to be really important. I think, Lick-Wilmerding is a highly relational school. And so to gain the confidence of the faculty, that, the role of technology is really to support their work and to really be a good listener to how they're using technology, how they could be using technology, introducing ideas, engaging with them. And then, the final stakeholder or major stakeholder are the kids, the students, and I would see the dean of technology having a direct role with kids. Kids also want to engage in different projects, and, this person may be able to work with either student clubs or directly with students, on how to gather data, how to interpret data, and how to sort of think critically, how to analyze. And so I could see a role, for this person to partner with teachers or to work directly with kids too.
Well, it has been great to partner with you on this search. It's a very exciting one. Anytime there's an inaugural position, it's a chance to just help bring together, I think, three, in this case, three really intertwined areas of technology, but then to step into some emerging, new, and exciting projects. I can see it firsthand, and I can tell they'll have a great partner here with you. And we're looking forward to working with you on this search. Thanks so much for your time, Raj, and we really appreciate working with you and your insights here today.
Thanks, Gabe. And we're looking for great candidates. If you have any
Absolutely.
interest, let's learn more.
Excellent. Thank you, Raj.